Good morning, student. Today we are going to read the chapter number 10, The Brotherhood. So let's start reading. Life was not easy for me as a kid. However, with long ago, added to the dramatic incidents of life, I now cherish those memories and find them more humorous with only a slight ting of how I felt at that point of time. So, in the first para, the author has shown the memories of his childhood. In present time, he recalls those days and finds them more interesting. Get to the next para. My elder brother studied at the same school, but I do not remember much of him. Except for once when he, along with one of his friends, planned a fight with another two lads of the same age after the school. I was to hold my brother's bag while he would fight. However, he did lay down the rules as no one should hurt me, else I would also be involved, and that will be an uneven match with 3 against 2. Though I knew I will be less than a punching bag in any form of physical confrontation. I watched him fight using his friend's metal bag and his friend with a belt as their weapon. The fight was over in much shorter time and with no injury except some missing button on shirt. This is the para in which the author recalls the memories of the first fight of his brother, in which he was ordered to just hold the bag of his brother, and the rules were made that nobody should hurt the author. So in this match, in this fighting match, they just fought well, and there was no injury, but they missed some buttons of the shirt. My brother, get to the get reading. My brother and his friend were declared victorious by their opponents, who were down on ground with the winners over them. I also had the help to remember another of his fight when he rode on his opponent's back, but do not misinterpret him. I happen to remember his fight because it was the last thing anyone would expect from him. He had far more friends than I had. He would help anyone at every chance. So the author has recalled only the fighting. So the author has recalled all the fighting of his brother, who used to be famous for fighting. And the second fight, he remembered he was that his brother was on the back of his opponent, but do not do anything, but did not do anything. I happen to remember his friends because it was the last thing anyone would expect. He had far more friends than I had, and he would help anyone at every chance. So he used to be a friendly guy, the brother of author. So that's why he remembering that all the things of his brother. Though for his fight with me, yet I prefer to climb up things where he could reach, like an almirah or top of shelves next to a window. Although at times when I was also angry, I would stand up for the fight and bear the consequence. Nevertheless, no hard feelings as I avenged it on my younger brother. So author also used to be angry to fight another to save his brother. I did love my younger brother, although I also happened to be the one who tricked him into trouble, but I would always stand by to rescue, like scaring him of or ghosts and then tying him up at balcony and hiding behind the door, watching him struggle and come to rescue if he starts crying. So author recalls the memory of his younger brother. He used to love his brother too much, but he was a naughty boy and and made his brother in trouble by doing some mischievousness like scaring him of ghost and trying and tying him at the balcony and hiding behind the door watching him struggle. If he cries, then he goes to rescue him. One of the incidents I vividly remember is when he accidentally locked himself inside a room and was unable to open the door. So author recalled one memory of his younger brother when he accidentally locked himself into a room and was not able to open the door. My parents guide him for the balcony. My parents guide him from the balcony window for how to open the door for almost an hour. So the author's parent just guided his younger brother to open the how to open the door for an hour. My parents did not know till date that I was the one who taught him how to close the door. So author is just recalling the also and while busy with all the foolery while busy with all the foolery at home, the three of us become quite popular in our locality for one thing. So author and his two brother was very naughty, but they were so popular in their locality as there were a fancy dress competition held annually in our locality, and my mother, who only believed in winning, could make us practice hard. So we they became popular because of a fancy dress competition that was held annually in their locality, and the winning formula of his mother to practice hard. So that's why they became the winner. Look at how I remember the first time I remember the first time we participated. My elder brother, who was around 7, became the Joker from Raj Kapoor's movie with an emotional dialogue from the film that I do not remember. Myself, at the age of 5, being Santa Claus to sing Jingle Bell, and my younger brother being Mirza Ghalib, who was hardly 3 but had memorized poem, Ghalib's poem. Each of us who each of us won the first position in his respective group. This first win was so cherishing that mom took us to a studio to get a photograph while we were still dressed. So in this para, author remembered the first time when they his participated in the competition. His younger brother was only 3 years old and he became Mirza Ghalib, who had memorized the poem of Ghalib in the age of 3, and his elder brother became the Raj Kapoor of the movie Joker and spoke out an emotional dialogue, and the author himself became the Santa Claus and sing Jingle Bells. So they became the first prize holder, and their mother was so happy that they took them to the studio to have a photo of them, where we enacted fictional character named Pandeji, Chunde, and Suman. The game was simple, just to talk and act like grown up. The perhaps also the reason why acting come quite natural to us was that we used to play a self-invented game where we enacted fictional characters